got heavy fire showing.
Welcome to Engine Company, a new series on STL TV. I'm your host, Daryl Gill. Today we'll go behind the scenes and talk to St. Louis firefighters. You'll discover different personalities, different backgrounds, members of a team with a common goal: fighting fires, protecting property, and saving lives, keeping the community safer for us all. The job is intense and dangerous, but there's an ever-present sense of comfort in knowing that at any moment, your fellow firefighters will risk their lives for you, just as you will for them. It all comes down to brotherhood.
Firefighter, preset, halt!
In May 2002, St. Louis lost two of their own, Captain Derek Martin and Captain Rob Morrison, died in the line of duty. Firefighters everywhere mourned, grieved for their families and themselves, because they had lost not one, but two brothers. This program's about brotherhood in the fire department. What is this bond that connects firefighters, and why is it so strong? It's something only a firefighter can explain.
Brotherhood at the fire department means a sense of family. We're family members, we work together, we strive to protect each other.
We're all the same. Everybody sticks together, we all have a common bond when we come to work every day. Nobody's any different.
Sense of family, unity, regardless if you're black, white, despite whatever religion that you might choose.
When you get into that type of situation where it's a life and death kind of a thing, you have a tendency to bond with those people that you work with, because you go through the same thing.
Do solemnly swear that I have all the qualifications.
Why do people become firefighters? Why do they choose a career that is so dangerous? I was a firefighter for 12 years, and I can tell you two reasons: service and tradition.
Fresh meat here. Next. Don't even say nothing. He right there. Just about 10 hours.
I became a firefighter because I liked helping people. I started out doing volunteer firefighting, and then eventually got a paid job firefighting.
It was a family, more of a family tradition thing. My grandfather was, my dad was, I am. I got other relatives, brother, cousins, and stuff like that are on the job. So it was kind of I kind of knew what I was going to be when I was, more or less when I was born.
Going over numerics, all we have is Dr. Martin Luther King, Coil.
Message received.
What's the call, Captain?
I think it's a medical call on Martin Luther King. That's all we got. They're sending us out right now.
All right. You know, every day you come to work, you're going to help somebody. Somehow through the course of the day, you're going to help somebody, either a coworker or a citizen.
Firefighters are well trained and ready to do whatever it takes to battle the blaze and rescue victims. It takes strength of character, commitment, sheer grit, and resolve.
Really takes dedication more than anything else. It's certainly a craft, and it's a dedication to our craft. You got to be dedicated to the other people you work with. You also have to be dedicated to the citizens of the city and people who visit our city.
As a civil servant, we held it in high regard throughout the community, which it's an honor and a burden at the same time.
I would say being able to follow direction is a helpful commodity. Self-propelled. We like people that are motivated and can apply their training to new situations.
As a firefighter, you have to keep a level head, remain intensely focused, and use your determination and willpower to overcome seemingly insurmountable physical and mental obstacles. Each firefighter has a job and is part of a team.
Being a good firefighter is knowing your job. There's a lot of things to know on this job, so you're not going to learn them all your first day, but typically knowing your job is so that you keep yourself safe and you also keep the ones around you safe.
There has been technical progress on the fire department, but it still comes down to the same thing. You put the wet stuff on the red stuff, if you will, okay? Now, how we approach that is that everybody's given a certain responsibility.
Well, we booked in third. No, we were second. Third. We're going to get there second, maybe.
Everybody knows where you're at on the truck, your position. If you're lead off, if you're plug, the driver, the captain, everybody knows what has to be done, and everybody knows how to work as a team.
Certain guys got to go ventilate, certain guys got to go search and rescue, certain guys got to put water on the fire. And that's what teamwork's all about.
Living in such close quarters can have its challenges, but that's all part of being a firefighter.
Everybody knows of a family member that they don't always get along with, but when it boils down to it, you still do the job that's ahead of you, because that's what we're here to do.
You're thrown together, and you basically learn to live with everybody's differences and idiosyncrasies, and people grow on people.
That's what you speak in video of.
My towel.
You know, we're just like a family. We have our good times, we have our bad, we have our arguments. You know, we don't get along all the time, but you know, when we go to a fire, all that's put aside, and it doesn't matter who's standing next to you. You know, you're there to help each other and to look out for each other. And I think that's what brotherhood is. No matter what your differences are, you're there for each other.
Being there for each other and being there for the community. That's what firefighting is all about. Battalion Chief Jordan has been on the job for more than 30 years. He can tell you a lot of stories involving teamwork and brotherhood.
Guy was working on the 4th floor, and he had basically a 4-story collapse. He was in a forklift. And this was the kind of team effort thing, and this was the kind of incident that one guy wasn't just going to walk through and solve the whole deal. It was really a team effort, and it was a situation where it was a drawn-out affair. But this guy actually got covered up with 4 stories of debris and whatnot. We ended up getting him out alive, rescued him.
And then there was the time that Jordan and fellow firefighters rescued a child.
Went in through a front window, and I saw this baby's legs dangling from a little swing. I couldn't see her face because it was covered in smoke, if you will. The smoke ceiling was down that far. And got in and got the baby out, started doing CPR right on the window ledge. At that moment I found out she was breathing. You know, there's just the feelings were overwhelming, because this was a 6-month little girl, and at the time I had a 10-month-old son at home. The bad side of the story is that her injuries were so severe she ended up succumbing about 2 weeks later to her injuries. But just for that brief moment, it was the greatest reward I could have gotten on this job.
The job of a firefighter can be life-changing for citizens and firefighters.
One incident that kind of changed my my career a little bit was a fire we had over on Wabata. Where we were inside a building. It was a house, 2.5-story house, and pretty much the whole building came down around us. We had 3 guys hurt pretty bad. You know, there was probably 8 to 10 of us in the building, and easily any one of us could have died in that building.
The brotherhood of firefighters is the glue that holds the team together. You have to live it to explain it.
It's a shared experience. It's something that the people that aren't firemen probably wouldn't understand. There's firehouse humor, there's firehouse tragedy, and unless you do it on a daily basis and you're exposed to it on a daily basis, you don't get it, and that's where the brotherhood comes in.
We all wear the same uniform. We all bleed red. You know, everybody sticks together. We help each other out all the time.